From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport. And driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Oh, like us on YouTube. You can follow us at Billified, at Billified_pod on Instagram, all over social media. Find our videos. Follow us. It's a depressing day, Danny. Light rain.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Suns. I think it made a cameo earlier this week, but that was it.
Championship Sunday.
Oh, yeah, this is my favorite NFL Sunday of the year.
It is?
Oh, even more than the Super Bowl.
This is a depressing day.
You realize there's no football left in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And next week you get a taste of no football.
Right.
So you have to
it's over.
You have to talk to your wife and stuff.
It's over. It's over. Saturday Night Live did a whole piece on
did
this.
they?
Oh, yeah. It is their cold open.
You're watching the AFC Championship on CBS.
Championship between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Jim Nantz alongside Tony Romo. And a quick shout out to one of our sponsors. Do you love to shake, rattle, and roll? Because you'll do all three on a Boeing 737 MAX 9. Boeing, because that's the sound it makes when the screws fly off. Tony, are you excited for today's matchup?
Oh, without a doubt, Jim. We've got two generational talents at quarterback, two elite defenses. I expect this to be an all-out battle for the next 3 hours. And after that, it's all over.
All over?
Football. After today, it's done.
Well, there's still the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's not real football. Super Bowl is for commercials and Usher and people who never watch football asking how many points a touchdown is worth. Today's the last real football day for just us guys.
Tony, are you okay, bud?
Nah, not really.
All right, well, let's throw it over to James Brown in our halftime crew for a sneak peek at what's ahead.
Thanks, Jim. I'm here with Phil Simms, Bill Cower, and Nate Burleson, and we were just listening to what Tony said and really got us thinking.
Yeah, I'm realizing that after this game ends, there's just nothing. What are men supposed to do on Sundays now? Just go to their friends' houses for no reason?
Without football, what are we going to talk about? I mean, does anyone have anything remotely interesting or insightful to say?
I wish, instead of salt, the ocean was full of sugar.
Oh, Jesus, we're doomed.
Well, come on now. Don't forget, we still got the Pro Bowl coming up.
Jim, I have been covering football for 30 years, and I have never once watched the Pro Bowl.
You know, this isn't just about us. America needs football. It's the
I mean, they hit the nail on the head. I mean, have they not?
Yeah, like, what do we do?
What do we do?
What do we do?
What? Yeah, and it is a
Not
weird...
always like Race and Randy where they could just go immediately into NASCAR season.
Right. It almost is. You need that... February's a weird month.
Right. So,
Right? You get into March, you get March Madness again, you start getting the feeling of spring, you want to get back outside, you're right, you start, maybe now you're doing some outdoor activities. But it's this weird lull. It's a real depression, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so it's funny because since the NFL has, the last 5-10 years, has become this behemoth and they've embraced gambling.
Yes.
The NFL is now not only the most popular sport in America, but it's the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th most popular sport. After that, maybe it's the NBA, maybe it's baseball, maybe it's college basketball if it's March, but it's all seasonal, right? So my wife and I got married the week after the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And the biggest story that day, as I'm waiting for my wife, we're getting ready to go get married. The biggest story that day was an argument between two coaches after a college basketball game, and they milked this for 3 days. That's how impactful football is, because they're like, all right, we got nothing to talk about. Hey, let's examine this argument between Michigan and Wisconsin, their head coaches. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. It's
We've now been conditioned that football is the only thing we care about.
The only thing here.
The only thing everyone still watches.
Right.
Especially live.
No, watch this.
There's no other live TV that's even remotely watchable.
Well, thank God CBS still has Blue Bloods, the #1 drama in every dentist office.
Blue Bloods now in its, final season? Now they're taking Blue Bloods from us too?
Well, what the hell are they even replacing it with?
Oh my God, so help me, Todd? What is that?
It sounds damn awful.
People are getting upset about Barbie getting snubbed. What about Yellowstone? 0 Emmy nominations?
Yellowstone is our Barbie.
And they go on from there. I mean, it was a cute open, but I go so relatable for so many people when you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm even thinking to myself, I've got stuff to do, right? We're going to go to a friend's house and watch the Chiefs-Ravens game just for the AFC thing. And then after that, the Lions, and I am very interested in the Lions, and I want to success, but I go, I got shit to do.
Yeah, I know.
I got shit to do. I'm not going to invest. I'll have it on, but I'm not going to be watching.
Mm-hmm. Right, in case something happens.
Yeah, I mean, something happens.
Yeah, but usually in the NFC Championship
I work slower when the TV's
happens.
on. Yeah, I mean, I work slower when that happens, but it's a very strange thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh gosh, have you seen because we watch so much football, we're subjected to the commercials about CBS coming back on February 20th or whatever with all their new shows.
Yes.
Which used to be in September, but there was a writer's strike and an actor's strike,
right.
so now everything's pushed back.
And now they do mid-season replacements anyway.
And the shows look awful.
Yeah.
They were my wife, we were watching Yellowstone because we're trying to get into Yellowstone. She loves it. I think I'll say my opinion for later. But the point is that they had to put Yellowstone, a show that's already been out for several years, on CBS to replace programming because they couldn't replace the programming.
Right.
That's how it's getting. Now it's just there's so much garbage out there. The NFL's they're right, is the only thing worth watching. And if you're not a football fan, I don't know what you watch.
Well,
you probably watch like politics and stuff.
Reality TV, maybe.
But even that stuff
but Netflix movies, Netflix shows. There's a lot of things that we're not aware of.
Right.
You know, we're just not aware of.
Did you hear what David Chase said to HBO, or HBO said to David Chase?
No.
They asked David Chase.
Bring back Sopranos.
David Chase is the creator of The Sopranos, and they asked. And they signed him to a futures deal after The Many Saints of Newark, the prequel movie.
Okay.
And they recently asked David Chase, is there going to be more Sopranos projects? He said no. The reason why is because HBO asked him to dumb his writing down because the audience doesn't understand the plot lines. Because The Sopranos was such a great show, nobody can follow it. So we have to dumb. And he's like, I'm not dumbing it down. And I told my wife last night, I go, yeah, this is just like a watered down Sopranos. It's bad. I go, it's dialogue and it's not realistic. And by the way, the Sopranos had uplifting moments and funny moments. There's nothing funny about these dramas. Nothing.
People love it.
People love it.
People love it. I have not watched
sick.
one episode, but and a lot of people love it. So if you're a Bills fan, not a lot to talk about, right? Other than the season's over, what's next? Right. They packed up their locker. However, there was a lot of offshoots of pop culture moments from that Bills game involving Taylor Swift and the Kelce Brothers. Mm-hmm. And they have their podcast. What's it called? Higher something?
I don't know. I don't listen to it.
But I haven't really listened to it
either. I'm tired of the Kelces. I'm tired of the Watts. Can't everybody be like the Ripkins or the Bosas, just quiet brothers, just show up, do their job, and leave everybody alone?
This one's gotten cute because, he's with her, and then we had, what's his name out, and he went out and took his shirt off, but he was out in the parking lot. He tailgated. I mean, that is cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I'll give you that.
I would love to have been there. But listen to this story from our local ABC affiliate. This is great.
Create your winning.
Hang on, they got the ad. My bad there. See, this is where I didn't get in here enough time today to pull the ad. Here we go. Oh, no,
in Buffalo, now the Kelce brothers want to keep that Kodak moment forever, saying they'd like to see it as a painting.
Okay, so when he took his shirt off and he jumped out of the stands, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what they're talking about.
Well, you'll probably recall this moment from Eagles center Jason Kelce during the Bills-Chiefs game in Buffalo. Now the Kelce brothers want to keep that Kodak moment forever, saying they'd like to see it as a painting. Well, one native was up for the challenge. Check out Julia Madalena's masterpiece here. She's a Fairport
It looks
graduate
great.
and now a professional artist working in Michigan. She's hoping the Kelce family sees her beautiful work here and reaches out so she can give it to them.
Yeah. I mean, you got to see it. It was really quite impressive. It's him, like with his shirt off, back arched, yelling into the heavens, and he's right in front of the suite. She did a great job.
Hey, 90% of life is showing up, man. If you could capitalize on that opportunity, go ahead, man.
What moment would you want painted of you, captured? Is there anything?
Of me?
It would be
Oh, no,
weird to
not one.
walk into someone's house.
Not one.
And see an oil painting of them. Wouldn't it be weird?
Maybe my wife and I getting married, but that's about it.
Okay.
But
All right.
nothing else. I have not accomplished anything worth a painting.
Have you ever walked into
Nor will I.
Have you ever walked into someone's house and seen artwork that was a little odd to you?
Yeah.
You have.
Oh, yeah.
What was the artwork?
Dated a girl once, one date. She had me over for homemade pasta and sauce, and she goes, "You got to try my sauce." Oh, okay. She knows how to cook. Great. Go to her house. She's got a son, but there were no pictures of the son. There were pictures of her all over the house. Like she was a narcissist.
Wow.
She had pictures of herself like in these.
But without the kid?
In these. Yeah, the kid's nowhere to be found. Like,
How
don't you have
old
a
was the
son?
kid?
Yeah, about 10.
About 10.
So I'm sure there's a lot of school pictures he could have taken. No, all the pictures were of her in the house.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, we're not. This is not going to go well. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
My parents, had a very odd piece of artwork in the living room. It was like prominently displayed, big. It was just big. It was like a picture, but a 3D picture was a wood carving of Mother Mary breastfeeding Jesus. I'm not kidding. It was a wood carving, 3D. It was big.
Okay.
And I don't have, because my parents, the original house burned down, so everything's gone. I wish I had some photo somewhere of that.
The woodwork.
Of the woodwork. And I know that, I swear they must have done it, like, it must have been their way, because I think my grandparents and everybody were very uncomfortable with it. It must have been their way of being, like, rebellious. I don't know. I have no idea, but it was a 3D carving of the baby Jesus sucking on the teat of Mary. That's what it was.
I don't know where to go with that.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. What do you mean where to go with it? There's nowhere to go. That was it. But that's a
Wow.
Yeah. It was a wood carving. So like 3D. So a big, and it was, it would be, it took up most of the wall. Well, it took up most of this one wall. Like you would walk in the living room, right? And you would sit on the couch and you'd look to your left and there was the wall, the rest of the wall after the entrance. And there was the wood carving of Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
that would
it's a weird
that's
one,
like something
right?
you base a sitcom episode around. It was the wood. You go to the in-laws' house for the first time, and you kind of like you see the wood. You can't stop looking at the wood carving of Mary feeding Jesus.
Right now,
and then of all the thoughts that come after that.
I have. There was a. You mentioned the pictures that this woman had of just herself and not her kid.
Yeah.
I know somebody who uncovered that their parents were having an affair, that their mom was having an affair. Okay.
Okay.
Now I want you to picture this. Okay. I want you to imagine, if you could, you're going to a high school party. Now I know you probably didn't party a lot in high school. I don't think you did.
No.
But I want you to think of
No.
maybe you can go back to a movie like Risky Business, or better yet, I think there was a show that had a big impact on your life that you could relate to, 90210.
Okay.
Okay? And I want you to think of like a high school party they would have.
Yeah.
All right. So those were the high school parties. Your best friend's parents are divorced. Dad's going out of town. He leaves Friday morning. Everybody's going to go over Friday night to your best friend's dad's house. It's going to be a party, And you've had a tough week. Biology teacher's been up your ass all week, right? You've been dissecting the pig. All of a sudden, your friend Bill took one of the pig's hearts and hung it in your locker.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. I did do that in high school. And then, your jacket has smelled like formaldehyde all week long. Yeah. You really had it. You're looking forward to this party, Daddy. You're looking forward to the party. You go there, and there's this cute girl from your biology class. She starts talking to you. You guys are hitting it off. She's had some concoction made of every bottle that's in the liquor cabinet poured into a punch bowl. She's feeling a little wobbly, and she says to you, have you seen upstairs? And you think, here's my chance. Right. She takes you by the hand, and she walks you upstairs. All of a sudden, you go into the dad's bedroom, and the light, as you turn on the light, you look to your left, and there in a frame on the dresser is a picture of your mom.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
This happened?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. Oh.
Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine?
No.
Yeah. True story.
Now, they're divorced, but your mom isn't.
No.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your mom isn't.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's.
This happened to a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. He found out his mother was having an affair because there's a framed picture of his mother at this girl's house.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's horrible. That's like years of psychotherapy. Horrible. How do you get over that? And then what do? Do you go back and say, hey, Ma?
I don't know exactly what happened, but Mom and Dad did get divorced, and Mom ended up with that guy.
Do you try to extort your mother?
It's a good question. I think it's something that you could probably always hold over her head.
I was over at the Henderson's house. You know Mr. Henderson, right? Old man Henderson, he's got his daughter, right?
I think it came out. Okay. And I think there was no evidence. This mom kept it down. I mean, that was on lockdown. There was no...
Except for the photo.
Well, who would ever think
yeah, right.
that you would see the photo? Right? The man...
At the same time, though...
Clearly loved her.
Yeah.
And really loved her and probably, but, they were biding their time. Maybe they were talking at some point. She was going to leave. Well, this ended it. They got together. They're still together.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're still together. So...
gosh.
No.
What if you're a friend of the person who's let's say it's your friend's mom in that picture? What do you go to tell them? Bro, you got to see this. Bro, we got to talk, man.
Yeah.
I think your mom.
I don't know.
Is playing.
I don't know. It depends because I don't know if I was that. I'm not very mature now. I have a lot of things. I'm not in certain situations, and I don't mean that to be I don't mean that in juvenile jokes and that sort of thing. But there is in certain situations, I think emotionally, I'm still childish. I'll be yeah, I'll show them kind of thing, which is a childish way to be. So I don't know that I would have the maturity to even know. I think I'd be frozen. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. I don't even know. You know what? I wonder if it would even register to me. Hey, man, I might innocently say, hey, man, I was over at Dan's house and I saw a picture of your mom. But I mean,
see, I would probably go to my father and mother.
Yeah, well,
hey, Mom, I need some Dad. I need not Mom, but Dad. I need some counseling.
Counseling.
Mom just went advice.
Yeah.
And I explained the scenario. My father would probably be hey, listen. You don't say a word. You don't say a word.
Well, you don't want to get involved in somebody's business, and you don't want to ruin stuff. I mean, this obviously broke up a family, but it wasn't the person finding the picture, and it wasn't that. Clearly, the mom wasn't satisfied in this relationship. Found somebody else that enjoyed spending time with that person. I have a hard time as I've gotten older if love is the one pure thing, right, that comes from source or God or whatever, then how can it be bad? Even if, you know what I mean? And if we think of all of us at some point in our lives, we were in love with somebody and then it didn't work out and we moved on. I think there's a right way and a wrong way. And this is certainly one that, at least societal-wise, it's not right. And it doesn't feel good. And, I guess if you're sneaking around, you probably shouldn't be, but I can't really pass judgment on it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't I don't know what it was like. I don't know what was missing.
Well, in my eyes, at 17 years old, 16 years old, I am passing judgment.
Oh, sure.
With my
I got that. Yeah.
I just wouldn't know what the next step is. And that's where I'd ask my father. It'd be hey, look, he'd probably say, mind your own business.
Yeah.
But Here's the problem with minding your own business. It's eating away at the back of your mind.
Sure it is.
Every time you see the guy in school, every time you
hey man, your mom's so hot she's in some other guy's bedroom.
Right.
No, picture.
Yeah. I mean, and then all of a sudden, like,
I may go to my buddy.
Every little moment.
I may go to my buddy and go, hey man, your dad jerks off to Dan's mom? What are you talking about? Well, he's got a picture of her in the bedroom. I mean, Dan's mom's all right.
Eventually,
not that hot.
Eventually, it would have to just come out. I mean, you're dealing with teenagers here.
Yes.
The hormones and everything else. Your brain's not fully formed until you're 25, and even then, I could say probably not.
All right, we'll take a moment. Speaking of immaturity, I will play you another Saturday Night Live bit that I think you'll be able to.
Two. They had two good ones.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 that
that's a record for Saturday Night Live.
That I actually I got a chuckle out of, and I think you will get a chuckle out of this one as well.
Remember the Super Bowl that went? It was in New Orleans. They had the power outage. It was the last Ravens Super Bowl against the Niners.
Oh yeah.
And they had the power outage.
Yeah.
And it just shows you how these guys just don't prep, don't do any work, just draw a paycheck. These guys make millions of dollars to basically do nothing but rely on their experience. So then all of a sudden they get exposed and realize, we got to kill 35 minutes here. And they had to keep throwing it back to Steve Tasker.
Yeah.
And Steve Tasker's like, you can't back to me. How about back to you? And he keeps throwing it back to them. And let's talk about 2 broke girls coming up. And Dan Marino, you had an affair this past week. Remember?
That's funny. Oh, Danny.
Yeah.
Our friends over at Woodcliff Hotel and Spa have fantastic Valentine's Day packages. They've got the Valentine's Day dinner package. Indulge in a night of romance and culinary delights. It's only about 2 weeks away, Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. With our exquisite Valentine's Day dinner package at the Woodcliff Hotel and Spa, the perfect setting for an evening filled with love and enchantment. Your room of choice. You get breakfast, dinner, champagne or sparkling wine, artisanal chocolates handcrafted by our own in-house pastry chef. They've got it all going on over there. And you get some rose petals.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That is nice.
That's a nice one. They've got the Valentine's Day Amore package. Or is it Amore?
Amore.
Celebrate love in a cozy embrace of our Amore package. Designed in an intimate and unforgettable Valentine's Day experience. Escape to a room of your choice where romance is not just a theme, but a heartfelt experience. You get breakfast, champagne, sparkling wine, the chocolates that are handcrafted again, and the rose petals. I think this is fantastic. They even have Valentine's Day spa packages that you can check out. It's all at, you can see it all at woodcliffhotelspa.com. woodcliffhotelspa.com. And we were going to have some packages to give away.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will have that
Perfect
coming up.
for the holiday.
We will tell you on Wednesday how you can score that through the month of February with Billified. But first, Mac of all trades, making your life better in 2024, because you got a list that's carried over from 2023 of all the things you didn't get done around the house, where the molding is pulling away from the wall and the door that doesn't close right. And you still got that leaky sink in the guest bathroom. Mac of all trades can knock all of that off your list very simply and very quickly. All you have to do is give them a call at 585-202-9218. See, already your life is better. And maybe you got a big project you've been considering. Bathroom remodel, full kitchen remodel. Maybe you're looking for a bigger outdoor space like a deck. Talk to Mac. They can do all of that. 585-202-9218 and online at macofalltrades.net.
Comedy at the Carlson. Ticket and show times at carlsoncomedy.com.
Cobblestone on Main. If you're looking for casual dinner sitting at an upscale bar, you'll find it there. If you're looking for an intimate date night with wine that is paired perfectly with the food, you'll find it at Cobblestone on Main. If you're looking to go out for drinks and shareables, Cobblestone on Main. It has you covered on anything you want to do. They even have a delicious fish fry only available on Fridays. And everything at Cobblestone on Main is made with the freshest locally sourced ingredients, ensuring that every dish is truly a masterpiece. They even have a private room that you can rent out if you're planning a special event, whether it's a birthday celebration, maybe a romantic date night. You just really want to make sure it's intimate, just the two of you, or a corporate gathering. Cobblestone on Main has that charming private dining space that can be tailored to all your needs. Cobblestone on Main, 109 West Main Street in the village of Webster.
Manscaped.com. Get 20% off your purchase with code BILL20 at manscaped.com.
Circulaw. You know, once in a while we find ourselves in a sticky situation we didn't expect to be in, whether it's a DWI or possibly accused of a crime we didn't knowingly commit. Well, you better have somebody by your side with integrity and experience, and that's what you get at Circulaw. Their foundation lies in the belief that everyone deserves a fair defense. Steve Circu and his team will work tirelessly to strive to ensure that your rights are protected and they leave no stone unturned in building a robust case. Look, they've litigated criminal cases of every scenario you can possibly imagine, simple misdemeanors to really serious felony offenses. They believe at Circulaw that preparation is key. So they make sure to thoroughly prepare for every possible scenario. I'm telling you, if you've been charged with a crime and need a defense attorney, 585-385-2510 is the number to Circulaw. You can also email them through their secure contact page at circulaw.com. Make sure your rights are protected with Circulaw.
So, you and Dylan are coming up on 5 years, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's such a sweet guy. Shannon?
Yeah. Dylan's great. It's just that sometimes he's not himself.
What do you mean?
Well, everything will be normal, and then he'll, like, catch a glimpse of me getting out of the shower, and he becomes...
He becomes what?
a horny little dork.
I saw your blue beads.
I have to go to work. Stop.
Oh, no time for sissy time.
Horny little dork from the masters of horror at Blumhouse Studios sends a terrifying look at what awaits.
How true is this?
A few years.
Come on.
Into a relationship.
Oh my God. I probably sound crazy.
No. It's been happening with my husband, too. Anything can trigger it. Side boob, underbutt, new sports bra. He'll go from the man I love to a horny little dork.
Your presence is required in the bedroom.
Dennis, I'm in the middle of a workout.
It will only be about 10 minutes, milady.
Stop talking like a butler.
Mitch does a robot. Bleep, blop, no bra detected. Wiener status half chub.
Why is this happening?
I've been researching this phenomenon for years. There's evidence of horny little dorkism going back millennia.
Oh,
I don't understand, Doctor. What happened to their game?
Tell me, what would you do if your husband took you in his arms, threw you on the bed, and said, I want you?
Well, what do you think I would do? I would laugh at him, obviously.
Exactly. You know each other too well for big, romantic gestures.
There has to be some way to stop this.
There is. You could have sex with him.
There has to be some way.
Right. Chilling. Thank God I don't act this way. Yeah, you do. Right, Steve Baker's
Well, at least we're safe here.
Ooh, pretty tummy.
Horny little dork. It's because Dakota Johnson was on Saturday Night Live. She did 50 Shades of Grey. But I go, that was so funny.
Yeah.
That was so funny to me.
Very relatable.
Oh, but it's
every guy
relatable.
does
I think
this.
every guy does. Like,
because you go through this.
I like to
period
think I didn't ever do that, but I'm sure I did.
I'm sure I did.
Hey.
Too. I'm sure I have to.
You know.
But like the
robot one was fucking funny. I did no bra detected. Half chub. Now, why do we think that that's going to turn the chick on?
It's not.
You know?
I think because like the one line where we know each other too well, so romance is out the window.
Well, but I think like if you, I don't know. Okay, so
shouldn't you be, if you're a woman, shouldn't you, even though it's silly, shouldn't you be flattered by that stuff? I think when guys stop looking at you, that's when you need to panic.
Okay, that's a great point. That's a great point.
Ladies, pay attention.
That's a great point. But I think that, you know, when you're going to work and or you're trying to work out or you just want to live. I guess you go back to time and place. There's time and place for everything. But I don't know when they say big romantic gestures. You're right. I don't know what happens. I haven't been in a relationship, so I don't know what happens. I haven't been in a relationship in a long time, so I don't know what happens right. I know how things can go poorly and stuff, and I can see where when things aren't reciprocated or felt appreciated, people can back off on stuff. But I don't know.
I think it's premarital sex. Once you get married, I think all of a sudden now, now we got each other. We don't have to like try to court anymore. We've already done it. We've had all our excitement. Now we're just going to procreate.
Okay, but is that the guy or the chick? Does the guy feel like?
I don't think it's ever the guy. I think it's the woman often.
Well, does the guy? Okay, all right, but let me ask you.
Could be the guy.
Does the guy?
I mean, we know somebody who was in a situation in a marriage where the dude, she thought he may have been gay because he wouldn't fulfill her needs. He even told her, "Yeah, go have an affair." We know this person. They've sat in on this show.
Okay, all right. I don't go any further because I'm going to start asking questions. It's not ringing a bell in my dumb head. I think I know, but okay. But here's the thing: like, does the guy all of a sudden go, "Well, I don't have like." Now you come home and you throw your sock. You're not as
like you don't try to take care of yourself
like you did
when you were in college.
When you're alone.
When you were single.
When you're alone, right? And instead of putting the effort in, and that's where like discipline in all forms of life. You want to be attractive all the time. Yeah. Keep yourself in shape. Try to eat well, and then try to make romantic gestures. I'll tell you what. We have a client who sat in this studio. And I was trying to, in between sets, line stuff up. Sometimes the cameras come on early, and people write to me going, can't hear anything. Well, that's only because we have the mics muted because everything's not ready to go, right? I don't have audio to record. Right. There's a lot of little steps in here. So while that was happening, all of a sudden I heard something, and I said, what? And the person was in here with their wife, and she said, he's giving me sweet nothing. And like, this guy doesn't stop that nice stuff. He wasn't dorky. He was just going, you look beautiful, or you
look beautiful, babe.
Or
Aren't
something.
You adorable?
He was whispering it. So, and she kind of called him back. But my point is, that stuff seems to stop. I got her, and now the big focus is I got a big meeting this week, and I got to focus on that. The boss has been up my ass.
Or the kids.
Or the kids.
The kids now take that spot in your life.
Right. So now you got all this stuff. And
you're no longer dating your wife, or you're dating your husband.
So I would say that I think it's the guy not putting in the effort.
Yeah, it's a lot of cases. That is the case.
We had Stephanie in here who said she's got a huge Valentine's Day plan for her.
That's
her man.
awesome. That is fantastic.
Isn't that awesome? Right.
Ladies, pay attention.
But she's you're gonna get in trouble.
No, my wife's good.
She wants to do it because she gets great pleasure from that. But most of the time in societally, we would put that on the guy. I even think, even in today's world, I think that most of the time, if you're in what we'll call how do I say this? So it's not. I would say like I want to say a typical, but I feel like that's almost offensive to some people. I'm not looking to offend anybody, but my point is, like a male-female relationship. I think in most of those cases, a lot of that stuff, the courting falls on the guy.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
and I think guys.
Valentine's Day is geared towards men to take care of women. It's not geared the other way around.
But I mean, I just think in terms of dating, right? The guy asked the woman out, and not that it can't happen the other way. I'm not saying that. I just most of the time.
I know a girl once who told a guy, "I'll pay for dinner if you take me out." Like, she was really desperate. I felt so bad for her. It wasn't me. It was a friend of ours. It was like she said that. Oh yeah,
I'll pay for dinner.
I'll pay for everything. Let's just go out on a date. Like, she liked the guy and he wasn't interested. I'll pay for dinner. I'll pay for everything. And it's like, ooh, okay. But I mean, women could ask, but it's on the guy though to.
Well, I'm saying that all
provide,
that shit,
protect, and profess.
No, but I think a lot of time that stuff stops.
Yeah,
it stops.
I got her. We're good.
And so now she's not as interested. And so if you throw her on the bed, it's not. But if you took her out and you set the mood, and you set the stage, you do a little prep,
play some Marvin Gaye in the background.
Right, you got a reservation for her favorite restaurant, or there's a band that she really likes that you got tickets to, and dinner and a hotel.
Do we want to go see Sarah McLachlan?
I'm just saying, then it's on, then it's game on. But to pick her up, and just throw her on the bed on a Saturday afternoon, if you got kids, probably not as good as it was 15 years ago when you didn't have kids. Right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not feeling well. I'm cramping up. I'm in my sweats. I just got done working out. The baby threw up. I had a teacher in high school. Loved him. And he told us once, he goes, when we were growing up, the whole thing was after you get married, take out a jar, and every time you have relations, put in a penny for 1 year. Now, after that 1 year, every time you have relations again, take the penny out. The jar will never be empty. I go, really? He goes, oh, yeah, just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So I wonder if there's just like, okay, I've had my thrills. Now it's like it's time to like we've done everything society says we need to accomplish. So now we got to go and take care of like everyday business.
The other side,
and then your relationship gets lost in the things that don't matter nearly as much. And that's why we have so much divorce and everything else. Because now instead of seeking love, we're seeking the thrills.
Yeah,
you're addicted to thrills instead of like a relationship.
People fall down the porn hole,
which is awful.
Yeah, I mean it can hurt your relationship. You should be having sex with your wife, not watching porn if that's the thing. But I that's an interesting thing. But I also wonder too if hormone levels drop for people and you just don't feel like it.
That happens too.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I put on 30 pounds a year ago. We talked about this.
That's sexy.
But I don't know how it happened.
That's
because I don't overeat. Now
You
watch,
eat
I'll
at
go to
night.
a friend's house and like
Yeah.
that's the problem.
You eat at night.
I'll eat a big dinner.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that's why the weight sticks around.
No, but you eat a big dinner. But I guarantee. I
don't snack though, Bill.
I guarantee you're lying to yourself.
Bill, I don't snack.
I guarantee.
You could ask my wife, man.
But okay.
I don't eat much. I think I got a hormone problem. I think I got a metabolic condition.
Then I'm going to make a recommendation.
Okay.
I am serious.
Okay.
Somewhere between, depending on what brand you get, between $18, or I'll say $20 and $50. You can try something. I don't know if this works or does not work. I've read a lot about it.
I've done Golo. It doesn't work.
Not Golo.
I'm not going to do Ozempic.
Not Golo.
Okay.
This is going to sound nutty, but you can try it.
Okay.
It's called Wild Yam Cream.
Okay.
You take a pea size of this wild yam cream.
Okay.
And you put a pea size every day, like on the wrist, in the crevice of your elbow, whatever. And it's supposed to balance your hormones. It's supposed to be the one natural thing.
Isn't that what ashwagandha is supposed to do?
I don't know. Okay. So for women, if they're having odd menstrual cycles, hot flashes from menopause, it's supposed to balance it out naturally.
Remembering every bad thing you've ever done.
Naturally, okay? Mm-hmm. And for men, it's supposed to like raise your testosterone level, balance it out, do whatever.
I'll try it.
I will tell you the other thing. If your testosterone levels are low, you're probably low on vitamin D. Vitamin D is required for DHA.
But you need D with K, vitamin K too.
Vitamin K2 is for your bones, but you take that and they sell it. You can buy that for like $28 at different places. And you take that, and I listen to me because I have a medical degree. I'm just saying, because it's funny. I did see a clip of.
My wife says I take too many supplements as it is.
You maybe, but that supposedly the DHA is what creates.
Yeah, I take that too.
Testosterone, but DHA.
DHEA,
but DHEA needs vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
Vitamin D is really the only thing that we produce naturally in the body, but it comes from sunlight.
Yeah.
And guess what we haven't had around here? Sunlight, right? And you're supposed to get it first in the morning, like all
Get
this
it in your
stuff.
eyes.
Yeah.
Don't wear sunglasses.
So these are the things. But I would try that. I would try the wild yam cream, and I'd try the D3K2.
All right. Yeah, I've been doing the D3K too. Do I have to take it with the DHEA? Maybe that's the problem.
I don't know.
I take it later. You can't take all your supplements at once because your body will like just pee the rest out.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
All right.
This is where I'm not a doctor, but
I've gone to a doctor. Oh, you just got to eat less. I'm like, I am eating less.
Well, that was funny to me. Well, yeah, but are you write down everything you eat?
Oh, yeah.
And see, and just see what you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
See,
okay.
Like, I mean, is it possible you go home and go after the podcast? Let's say it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Go home, you open the fridge. Do you open the fridge? Come on, motherfucker, you open the fridge. You open the fridge and you look in there and you go, oh, there's a piece of pizza.
No, I don't.
God!
Seriously.
All right.
I don't.
All right.
I try not to eat after 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Now watch. I'll go to our friend's house and have 4 slices of pizza, 8 chicken fingers, 4 bottles of water. Well, I don't know what the problem is, Bill. Why? This is the one day I can do this. I'm fine.
You know what the other problem is? We sit too much. We sit around too much.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sitting is the new smoking.
Well, but yes.
But it is, though.
And then, okay, let me ask you this. what weird rabbit hole have you gone down on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever? Because I found a really weird one.
Oh, I found some bizarre, like usually like the YouTube videos.
But do you just all of a sudden go down? There's one called eye gazing. I watched eye gazing to figure out what this was. It's like it's women just looking at the camera and looking at you, and then it's people practicing how to do seductive eye gaze and how to show me he's interested.
There's
how
so
to show
many,
there's like all this weird shit.
You ever heard of ASMR?
Yeah, that's where the noises. Yeah.
To the microphone.
Yeah,
and people get turned in by like Bob Ross was actually painting a painting. Okay, he wasn't trying to be seductive, and the people got addicted to that stuff. Now people just get paid to do videos where they just talk like that.
Yeah. There's no talking in some of these eye gazing videos.
Oh yeah, I know.
If you do, it's just them eye gazing.
There's somewhere they just brush their hair.
Yeah,
do it into a microphone.
Oh, for ASMR?
We're gonna pretend to do a cut and shave.
Yeah, but I mean, so what weird thing have you been? Because the eye gazing was a weird one for me. I know people who have gone down the rabbit hole on TikTok of 911 calls. And like, it's addictive. Like you can't get away from it. But this is all part of our problem.
So usually
we're not getting shit done because we're watching 911 calls. You don't understand what I'm saying?
Right. Because I got to watch this.
Yes.
Do you think you're going to hell? Oh, I got to watch this now.
Yes.
Great. Then another video. Do you think you're still going? Oh, okay, I got to watch this one now.
Are you gaining weight and don't know why?
Yes. Or the best one is where they have this like big like they have these, they call them thumbnails on YouTube that you watch, that gets your attention, right?
Right.
And goes, try this. It's like a magic pill. And then you watch the video. I'm like, okay, so what's the magic? You just explained a bunch of stuff. I didn't really get the gist of it. You just clipped a bunch of videos together and aggregated them, and now you're going to make money off somebody else's work.
I think there's videos of people just eating spaghetti you can watch. I think that there's the near miss accidents.
Oh, yeah.
That'll freak.
Near
miss accidents.
Oh yeah,
that'll freak you out. My son Jameson got me into watching. I couldn't watch it after a while. It got too disturbing to me. But it was like accidents or people getting into road rage fights after accidents, and there's construction stuff. Some people love just intersection cams that you can go and watch live.
Intersection cam. Oh yeah.
Just watch. Yeah. Just an intersection.
Yeah,
Have
Barry V do the play-by-play. 490 right now. It seems pretty calm, but you never know in Rochester. As we look at the camera here,
Dr. Pimple Popper's another one.
Oh yeah,
people like that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of that stuff.
Yeah, people just go down the rabbit
while you're sitting at work, at home, or whatever. All of a sudden, it's like hey, it's 3:00. All right, I better start working.
Right. Exactly, and you're not.
Right.
And so that's the big problem. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a moment. Let's get into the Vince McMahon. I don't know much about it. I know you've been a big wrestling fan for many years.
On again, off again. Yeah.
All right, but you know it. I've never ever. I'm not humble bragging, but I am. I think I actually went to a WWE event.
Well, they were huge in downstate. Because Vince McMahon's the territory used to be.
I went when I was up here working in radio.
Oh.
In the 90s, I think I went because we gave away tickets. It just never appealed to me, and I don't know why.
I can understand why.
Like I like boxing and stuff.
It's not. These guys beat the crap out of each other.
Yes, they do.
But it's all choreographed. It's all scripted, and what the results are. That's why you don't take it seriously.
All right. Well, we'll get into the Vince McMahon because these allegations are pretty bad. But people are saying that he's still involved because his right-hand man is still
Bruce
involved.
Pritchard.
Yes. And I don't know any of this. I don't know the players.
Bruce Pritchard.
But I know that Vince has built an empire.
Yes, he has.
He's truly built an empire.
He has a unique story
of entertainment. And I don't know much about Vince McMahon, but we'll get into it with our expert, Dan Barillo. We'll do that next. But first, BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge. Over 50 TVs. No matter what game you're watching, there's not a bad seat in the house, right? We're going to be getting into basketball and baseball season. BTB. I had a friend tell me the other day, man, what a cool spot that is. I love the atmosphere. That's something we don't think about or talk about a lot with BTB. The atmosphere is just welcoming and nice. It's nicely lit. And the food, I know it's called BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill, but it's so much more than that. Today and tomorrow, you can still grab great specials like the 3-alarm burger or the poutine burger or maybe the burger salad. I love burgers. I love BTB, Wood Fire Pizza and Grill, in the mall at Grease Ridge.
Iron Smoke Distillery, the internationally acclaimed New York State farm distillery at ironsmokedistillery.com.
Connors and Ferris, because if you find yourself with a workers' comp case, a Social Security disability, or personal injury case, they really take over your life, and you don't know where to turn. I'm telling you right now, you need to turn to Connors and Ferris. Give them a call at 262-COMP. That's such an easy number to remember. They understand the complexities of workers' compensation claims, dealing with insurance companies, employers, and more importantly, the legal system. And you've heard Greg Connors on this podcast. The man is filled with passion. He brings that passion to Connors and Ferris. He and Tom Ferris have built a successful law firm because they understand the complexities of all the stuff you're going through. And they strive to secure the benefits and compensation you deserve. They're going to advocate for your rights. But most importantly, you're going to have peace of mind knowing that you have a team by your side advocating for you and giving you the attention you deserve. So if you are facing a workers' comp, Social Security disability, or personal injury case, I want you to eliminate the stress and call Connors and Ferris. They have offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. They are committed to serving you better. And only a quick call away at 262-COMP today. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 96 in Victor. And online at victorcdjr.com.
Full Send Ski and Outdoor CEO Zach Hallett.
Everybody's like, it's a ski shop, and I don't ski, so I shouldn't shop there. It's terrible because, my buddy's a mailman.
Yeah.
He wears a ninja suit.
A ninja suit is one of the best cold weather base layers you can put on to withstand working or playing outside.
It's like a big onesie.
They do it in a synthetic material, and then they do it in a merino. Extra small to triple extra large.
For all your layers for play or work, get to Full Send Ski and Outdoor in Canandaigua.
John Cena's theme.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
This is Cena rapping in the song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
So Cena almost.
If I get him to rap.
Cena almost got fired. People don't know this.
Your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me. My time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot.
So
He's very funny. He's a good actor.
So he kissed up to China. But yeah, he's very talented.
Cock blockers.
He made a comment. He referred to Taiwan as, oh, heaven forbid, Taiwan, and then had to apologize in Mandarin to the Chinese for referring to Taiwan as Taiwan.
Oh,
because he didn't want to lose all his relationships.
Yeah.
Pussy. Anyway,
well,
the point is,
I think he probably was ass-spiked to WWE to
or
do
whomever.
It.
Well, here's the thing about the guys like The Rock and guys like Cena is that Vince has a say in all their, not a say, but he has an executive producer credit for all their movies, all their deals, right? Because
for how long?
For I think in perpetuity.
Really?
Yeah. Forever. He gets a piece of all their action. So with Cena used to wear trunks based on if he went to Buffalo, let's say, he'd wear red, white, and blue trunks because of the Bills. If he went to Pittsburgh, it would be gold and black. Yeah. The thing is that his personality wasn't showing through. Then one day, they're on the back of a bus, and he's rapping. He's freestyle rapping as a joke because they're all in a freestyle rap contest. And Stephanie McMahon hears him, and she pulls him aside, and he's about getting close to getting released. He was getting booed. He wasn't drawn well. She goes, "Can you do that on command?" He goes, "Oh, yeah. I'm going to turn you into a rapper character." And then his whole career did a 180.
Really?
And he became this generational good guy wrestler. He never went bad.
Okay.
He was always a good guy. And then he became the biggest star after The Rock.
Yeah.
In pro wrestling.
Now
men hated him, but kids loved him. And since the kids loved him, they're going to grow up to love him.
Sure.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'm not a fan, so I knew he came from the WWE world, but he had a personality.
Yeah.
He was in comedies. He was funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got a personality.
Yeah.
He actually follows me on Twitter, believe it or not. It's so weird. I think he follows a lot of people, though. I mean, I think he follows everybody who follows him.
Well, you're cool.
Yeah, right?
There's a humble brag.
Yeah, right.
Why don't you DM him, see if he'll come on and talk to us?
Can't see me. My time is mine. No, but from 2000 to about 2020, I never really paid attention to wrestling. I kind of saw it from a glance.
Oh, did you?
So then
2000 to 2020.
Then these podcasts started coming out with a guy named Conrad Thompson who lives in your son's hometown of Huntsville, Alabama.
Yep.
First Family Mortgage. This guy has all this wrestling memorabilia, and he meets Bruce Pritchard. Now, he's Ric Flair's son-in-law, and Bruce Pritchard and him do this podcast called Something to Wrestle With. And then this became the biggest podcast literally in the world.
Really?
Yes. And then he started spawning more wrestling podcasts and built this empire.
All right.
And so now, all of a sudden, wrestling has had this resurgence in nostalgia because of Conrad Thompson and Bruce Pritchard. So that's how I kind of got into it, because you go down a YouTube rabbit hole, and all of a sudden you get the clips,
right.
and all of a sudden, bang, you're a fan of these guys, and you're listening to them, and they're sending you videos every day.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Talk to me about the Vince McMahon stuff. Let me start by saying what I know, which is not a lot, and I only read headlines, and I heard different things. But from what I understood, Vince McMahon has stepped down as the CEO of two things, WWE and what's the other?
TKO, I believe.
TKO.
Endeavor, which owned the UFC, bought the WWE.
Okay.
And
so is Vince not involved with that?
No, he's involved.
Right.
He went away from the WWE for a while back in July, and then he came back on the scene.
Right.
Or he went back about a year ago, but he came back on the scene to close this deal.
Okay, so from what I understand, he's stepping down because of allegations of sexual harassment, and then I thought I read sex trade, and somebody then sex trafficking. So right, I said trade. Sex trafficking would be the term.
I'll trade you a Nancy for a Janet.
And then the one woman said she was a sex slave for him.
Yeah. So
these are pretty horrible, awful allegations to have leveled at you.
Yes,
and not something to be taken lightly in any way, shape, or form.
It is.
But but the McMahon family, isn't his wife involved in the wrestling?
Yes. So I guess Vince and his wife haven't lived together in years. He's a known. He's even admitted that he's a known philanderer.
Okay, all right.
But they still control the bit. She runs a super PAC, I think, in Florida.
Okay. Political.
Yes. But he's still been the chairman of the WWE. He brokered the deal to sell it to Endeavor. He also brokered the deal to, work with TKO, which, of course, is part of UFC and everything else. And I don't know the underpinnings of that. But they pushed that deal through because they knew that these allegations were going to come back out. Apparently, this woman, her name was, Jennifer Grant or something like that.
Yes.
Janelle Grant. And Janelle Gant, apparently, she lived in the same apartment complex as Vince McMahon. Now, Vince McMahon is a billionaire, so I'm sure if he's living in an apartment complex in Stamford, Connecticut, or Florida, wherever he was living, it's pretty high class, okay? Her parents, she came to take care of her parents. They both died. She needed a job. And so somebody said, hey, this beautiful girl needs a job for you. Needs a job. Could you hire her? He meets her. And all of a sudden, the job became, according to her, and her allegations was to perform sexual acts for him and other people in his circle. And she showed the text messages that he'd send her, which are incredibly graphic.
All right, give me one. Where did you see this?
Oh, it was
the text messages.
The Wall Street Journal published this.
The Wall Street Journal published it. Now I just typed in to the big thinking box.
They're so bad I can't read them.
Vince McMahon allegations, and what came up is assault. Vince McMahon. This is according to Vanity Fair. It was an article that came out yesterday. Vince McMahon faces new wave of sexual assault allegations, cuts ties with WWE, and then in parentheses again. And let's see. The scene at the New York Stock Exchange on Tuesday seemed to be a happy one. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stood shoulder to shoulder with co-founder Vince McMahon, WWE, Worldwide Wrestling. The Magnet and the Action Star were all smiles as he rang the exchange's opening bell, a gesture intended to celebrate his move to join the board of the WWE's parent company, TKO Group Holdings, just a few days earlier.
They went public as an IPO, initial public offering.
The makeup of TKO's board could change again, but this time was presumably less jolly. The 78-year-old abruptly resigned. He's 78.
Yeah.
Looks great. Must be taking all those supplements. Well, I wonder if he's taking
he's
with K2.
I think he's been using stuff for a long time.
Resigned as the executive chairman of the board of directors Friday after a former employee accused McMahon of sex trafficking,
yes,
rape, and workplace harassment. God damn, man.
Yeah.
Those are things. Those
And
are
the text
you
message.
don't want any in today's day and age. You don't want anything at all. And people will go, wow, you can't do what you used to. Well, you can. You can't slap your secretary on the ass and say, looking good. Just it's not.
No.
You should never have been able to do that.
No.
Okay.
No, that's awful.
The allegations, which were made as part of the lawsuit brought by Janelle Grand in Connecticut's U.S. District Court, are not the first time McMahon has faced high-profile blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right, here. The Wall Street Journal report detailing millions of so-called hush money allegedly paid out to keep secret allegations of sexual misconduct and infidelity. A subsequent investigation by the WWE's board found that over 16 years, he had spent $14.6 million in payments to women who had accused him of sexual misconduct.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, like ex-referees.
The New York Times reports a second internal investigation revealed an additional $5 million paid to 2 women. McMahon, for his part, denied that any of the interactions he had were non-consensual. He was also accused of sexually assaulting a Florida tanning salon employee in 2006. He was arrested by Boca Raton police and charged with sexual battery, but prosecutors declined to move forward with the case. That was according to the Daily Beast in 2018. Man, there's a pattern here, right? I always say that.
And that's the whole thing. There's a huge pattern to this.
According to the Wall Street Journal, which was the first to report on Thursday's lawsuit, and you read this article, Grant accused McMahon of multiple 2021 assaults, said he coerced her into relations with other company executives, and alleged that he shared revealing photos and videos of Grant with other staffers, among other claims. The full following in details, in graphic detail, is available online.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And before
I just clicked it.
The text that she shared.
This is the lawsuit, basically what I'm looking at there.
The texts that she shared are so bad. I know we're a podcast and we can't get in trouble for reading them, but just from the human side of things, they're just so bad. You wouldn't want to read these out loud. It's awful. They're racist.
Racist.
There's defecation involved.
Stop it. People shit on her?
Yeah.
Dude.
On her head.
On her head?
Yeah.
They shit on her head?
Vince did.
Vince shit on her head?
Yeah. That's why I don't want to get into the specifics. But yeah, it's pretty bad. Look it up, folks. I mean, it's bad.
WWE crown.
It's so Vince.
It's a crown of shame.
Here's the
my God.
Here's the tell. His daughter, who was supposed to be really the inheritor of the company, left like months ago. It's like, I don't want anything to do with it.
Wow.
I don't want anything. I'm done. Her husband, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or John Levesque, or Paul Levesque, excuse me, as they call him, he's still involved with this whole TKO thing. He's on the board. I mean, but it's just brutal. It's so bad, and there's a pattern. This isn't just like a woman trying to extort a guy. I mean, there's a pattern of all the gifts that he used to give her. So and apparently, the reason she's suing him is because he was late on a payment, or he decided to stop payments of hush money.
Okay.
But she signed an NDA.
Okay, let me ask you this. You sign an NDA, you do this sort of thing. Some of it sounds humiliating and awful.
Yeah.
It does. But you were compensated for it. So where
Right.
Wait,
I know what you mean.
Well, I know this is I can't.
It's humiliating.
First of all, I can't imagine doing that. Hold still. I got a good one brewing. I mean, I just can't. Okay, that means I can't wrap my head around that in any way, shape, or form
because it's so ridiculous.
Yes, but the other thing is that if you were being compensated and you agreed to these sorts of things, as awful as they are, what is a court of law going to do other than when the payment stopped and it was hush money and it was this sort of thing? I mean, he's a filthy animal.
Yes.
Right? He's a filthy animal, not somebody you would want to be around, not somebody you'd want to be associated with. But it was something that was kept I mean, a lot of people are into some weird, kinky stuff. Like, if you found out your doctor liked being humiliated and talked down to and tied up and just whipped. No sexual stuff, but in a sexual way, it gets off on that. But the woman doesn't. She dominatrix. Mm-hmm. Would that make you not want to go to that doctor? He's the best. He's the best doctor.
No, because I need him to be my doctor.
Right, and that's not what I'm asking for. So with this thing with Vince, if he was a great executive, but he did this stuff and he took care of it, I don't know. It's awful though. Then the one to me, it's the sex trafficking stuff or coercing
because
her
supposedly
to have sex with other people.
With other people,
that's embarrassing. There's got to be a point where, I mean, do you take drugs to go through with it? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like for her to say, I'm gonna do this, and it makes me a little more accepting of what I'm about to do, and then in a sober moment, you go, God, I mean, this is depression and it's suicide and, suicidal, some people. So what happens with porn? I don't know.
I feel bad for her state that she would continue to feel that she needed to go through this. I mean, because you could always just if she's not being held against her will, she could have always just left, right?
Right, but the money was so good.
Yeah.
And he had a nice lifestyle, and it's, it's hard. There's a lot of I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never walked in
I
those
don't know.
shoes.
That's the thing is I don't
I would hope not.
God damn, no, this dude is fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
So does that make you not want to ever watch WWE, or what do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's hard
this
because
is where
here's I'm
we
going to say
the cancel culture.
Here's what I'm going to say: you can cancel anything. We live in America where we don't know where the sausage is made or how it's made. We just get sausage.
Yeah,
and we get the best sausage. If you look hard enough, you can protest everything.
Yeah,
and anything.
Yeah, well,
if you
somebody
look close enough.
Somebody protested in France earlier today. We're taping this on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
They threw pumpkin soup at the Mona Lisa. Now, the Mona Lisa is behind glass, but they were protesting. Yes, but they were protesting over, it was over food. So I don't know why you're throwing pumpkin soup on, but they were protesting over food, basically saying in France, food is unaffordable for most people, and we need to get affordable wages. So it was a way to get, and they didn't damage it because it's behind glass. They kind of knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But yes, we protest. We protest anything.
I think protest is more for attention to yourself than anything else.
It can be. It can be. But this is horrible.
This is terrible. This is terrible. Now, I mean, I don't really watch WWE as it is right now because, not because of Vince McMahon's he's just his acts, because the product's garbage. The product's been garbage for a long time. So last night, just for the heck of it, I watched the Royal Rumble because it was on, and the ending was predictable, and it was trash. And it's this is why I don't watch this. I don't watch this anymore.
But it's not aimed at you.
But
it's probably not aimed at you. It's probably aimed at a younger version of you.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at that audience, though. They're about guys my age.
Are they with their kids?
No.
Oh, well,
no. I mean, it's I don't want to make fun of wrestling fans because there's some bright people who like wrestling, and I enjoyed it as a kid. Okay, but at some point I grew up and stopped watching. Yes. Well, the thing was, it was when McMahon started losing to WCW and WWE was having problems, they really needed to turn things around, and they decided to go into more risque programming and gear it towards 18 to 34-year-olds, right? College kids and up. And that's when Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock became big. But they invented their own characters, and the WWE just went along for the ride, or WCW was its own mess and it imploded. But then all of a sudden, Vince realizes, okay, my audience is getting older. I got to go back and gear it towards kids again.
Yeah.
So now we're in that cycle where you got a bunch of guys who are in their late 20s, early 30s who came along in that second wave who are still watching this stuff. But the ratings have steadily declined over the years. There's only about 2 million people a week who watch wrestling.
But we just talked about going down a rabbit hole for hours on YouTube of watching women gazing or what is it? ASMR. I know I had that wrong.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah, but I mean, those kinds of things. So all that's competing for people's attention and time. So part of the ratings decline is just the fact that, the
NFL's not declining.
Well, because it's the only game in town of that. I can watch wrestling clips. I can watch, right? I want to see the live action.
Well, here's the thing. Fox.
Betting.
Well, did you hear after the TKO announcement, what happened the day before? Netflix announced that Raw is going to Netflix as of January of next year.
To do it live?
So it will stream live. Well, Netflix doesn't do live streaming very often. They did with the Chris Rock special.
Right. That was the first time.
Yeah. So they're going to stream Raw on Monday nights.
Yeah.
And for 5 years, Fox paid $1 billion or $1 billion to $2 billion for SmackDown. Why? Because it's live. It's live athletic.
Yeah,
people need to know the results now.
Right.
So they're going to watch it now on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And you can still draw those numbers. So it's like live programming is what is really going to continue to sell on network television. Everything else is going to streaming.
Yeah. One other thing, real quick, sort of an offshoot of this. As we watch, the world is changing, right? And we've talked about this and I think somebody took pictures of you guys and ran it through that filter where you could see you naked. I forget what it was called. We had talked about this AI thing,
Kevin
right? So now you can't search Taylor Swift on X, formerly Twitter.
Okay.
Because somebody has taken pictures and made Taylor Swift AI. I will say it's pornographic, okay? So it's her like in the suites at the Chiefs game in all kinds of different positions and all kind of humiliating things. And I don't know if she was contacted or I don't think anybody's gone to her, but supposedly she's very upset and is considering a lawsuit. But right now you can't search her on X at all. I don't know how she was able to get that done, but that's not happening. She's $1 billion industry. I mean, I know people were upset, and I think it was brought up on this podcast when she was in a fan video that someone had taken and they got a cease and desist. Well, yeah, more people are looking at it because it's Taylor. Mm-hmm. And maybe it was Taylor in an unfiltered moment where they don't want that out. I mean, she is a business. A lot of people depend on her. She's not a human. She's a corporation. She is worth more than probably Kodak these days.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a huge part of American Kodak, where we was the thing here. It was the thing around America. You had Bill Cosby, another philanderer, and Bill, right?
Yeah, I mean, so many people that
yeah,
absolute power corrupts. Absolutely, they're not kidding.
I guess.
But here's the thing, though: guys like Vince and guys like Bill Cosby, they had help.
Yeah,
you don't get to do that unless you got a lot of help.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
that's a great point because no one does anything really alone. You have to get somebody knows too. I always think somebody has a suspicion, or you tell them, or whatever. But I could never. I don't know. Maybe I'm sexually weird. Like I could never do that. I don't think.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, but
that's not natural.
No,
those things aren't natural. We've lost our collective minds.
Well,
because we've had so much access in America, and so access leads to excess.
Yeah, but we're talking about over the year. I mean, you had Cosby and women and Vince McMahon. I mean, these are guys. I mean, Vince McMahon's almost 80 years old.
What do you think that? Let's be honest. Now, look at Vince McMahon. Look at guys like Bill Cosby, powerful people who did some horrible things.
Yes.
What do you think that the world, the 1%ers? I should have said the 1% of the 1%ers are going to do to us in this planet? Because I'll tell you what, right now. Man,
what are you doing?
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
What are you doing?
But man, they
want to eliminate your conspiracy, Dan.
They want to eliminate about 7 billion people off this planet.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Well, I can. Yeah.
People, pay attention.
All right, so keep yourself healthy.
Springsteen famously said,
"Stay forward.
Poor men want to be rich,
and the rich men
want to be king, and a king ain't satisfied till he rules everything."
All right. What are they going to do to us? I don't know. Keep yourself healthy.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Get your guns.
Just don't get your guns and live in paranoia. For God's sake, don't live in paranoia.
I don't have
Don't. I'm
talking about your
think positive.
Your guns.
Think positive.
Your muscles.
Think go. Live
Work
in your
out.
life. Yeah. Good Lord, Daniel. Leo's. It's always a great place to go.
It is.
They got to-go foods for quick and easy meals. To go from Leo's Cafe or Deli. Telling you right now, you got a busy life going on. You mentioned kids earlier. You're running them around. It's nice when everybody can sit down. It's actually nice when you don't have to, one, take the time to cook. Two, you can pick up a variety of to-go meals at Leo's Cafe or Deli, and that way people can have a choice, right? Maybe, you ever sit down and, we're having this. I don't think anybody eats this anymore, but I remember like once a week we would have liver. And awful. And liver is supposed to be very good for you.
Yeah.
But I hated it. I hated the way it smelled. I hated everything. I wouldn't want to eat it. But let's say it's liver night. You don't have to have liver night. You can go get a quiche. You can have chicken. I can have chicken pot pie, and you can have spaghetti and meatballs. I can have shepherd's pie. You can have a turkey dinner. Chicken parm. We can sit down, though, and converse as a family.
Yeah.
And make it easy for everybody in their busy schedules. And that's what Leo's does. I think, you know what I'm thinking? Leo's brings the family together.
They do.
I really do.
They do.
pre-packed and ready to go for you to grab for your next meal from Leo's. And they have fresh baked $2 French bread and Italian bread all day, every day. What's the best thing about Leo's?
Everything, Billy.
On Dispatch Drive in East Rochester, open every day.
Rohrbach Brewing Company is Rochester's original craft brewery since 1991.
Myers RV, you know, they still have the New Year, New Start RV sale going on until the end of the month. Only a couple of more days with all that dome show pricing still in effect. That means up to 45% off prior year models of new Grand Design, Winnebago, Jayco, Forest River, Thor, Keystone, and more. I want you to picture yourself packing the family in and taking off to see all the things you wanted to see. Maybe you want to get out to Red Rocks and see it in person. Why not do it in the comfort of your own space with your own things, right? It's nice to sleep in your own bed and have your own shower. That's what you're going to get and find at Myers RV. Largest trade-in incentives happening now. Myers wants your trade, so if you've got one, let them take a look at it. Over 2,000 new RVs and 600 used RVs in stock at all Myers RV locations. And there are 3 in the greater Rochester area, with Caledonia being the original, Farmington, and Webster as well. Myers has all the major brands right here in Rochester. Get out and live with Myers RV. See more at MyersRVs.com.
Check out Jimmy Z's on all major platforms at Plates and Shakes.
Red, White, and Brew. Don't you love that name? Because it's a tap and tasting room that focuses on New York State. So you're getting wines from New York State, spirits from New York State, craft beers from New York State. It's perfect. Go in, charcuterie board, music is playing, you settle in, and you taste some delicious wines, spirits, or beers from around the state. What a cool date concept, right? Or even just fun with a whole bunch of people. Why not? It's fantastic. 147 State Street in downtown Rochester. You can also find them online at Red, White, and Brew Rock. That's ROC, Red, White, and Brew, ROC.com.
Mustang Sally. Guess you better slow your Mustang down. Oh, Lord. What I said now. Mustang Sally now, baby. Oh, Lord.
You know who this is singing this?
Not Bo Diddley, is it?
No. Not far off. Wilson Pickett.
Oh, Wilson Pickett.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this version. So, driving is a privilege.
Yes, it is. Not a right.
It is not a right. It is a privilege. But we see people get very upset with government overreach in certain areas of life. And I don't know how people are going to feel about this because I spent a lot of time last night thinking about this. More time than I should have. But there's technology now that basically through GPS, they can figure out where your car is and what the speed limit is. And they have technology that will not let you go more than 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. It's available.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay. Right. So
it's ridiculous.
It would be an overreach in your mind. Okay.
Let's say you have to get by somebody because there's an accident. You got to car's gonna explode.
There's ways you can override it, obviously, but there's stuff. Okay, so
gets back to my point from the last segment,
which is what?
They're coming to get us.
No, they're not.
Find Jesus, people.
Oh my God, Danny, don't fucking do that. Let
me ask you a question. On the throughway,
yes,
you see that they've eliminated tolls.
Yes.
So now they could theoretically figure out how fast you're going.
But we haven't had that yet. Okay. But hang on a second. There's a couple things at play here.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, all right. There's a couple things at play. I will play you. This is Scott Wiener, I believe is his name. He's a California state senator. He is proposing that this become a law. Excuse me, Wilson Pickett.
He wants Wilson Pickett as the national anthem.
Well, I just thought it slow your Mustang down, Sally. He wants so here. Listen to Mr. Wiener as he. Oh, I lost it. Anyway, let me see if I can find that again. God damn it! All kinds of things going on over here.
Come on, Bill. What kind of show we running?
A shitty podcast. So basically what he's saying is that there are a lot of people who have gone, like a couple of people have gone 100 miles an hour through the streets of San Francisco. And he's going, look, these people are perpetual. We need to, people are dying unnecessarily. We're having accidents. Buildings are being crashed into. We're having problems. We should make it a law. We have the technology where it can happen. I believe in New York State, I'm pretty sure, at least in New York City, in certain municipalities, they do use this technology so that government cars, not by the government, but by GPS, are located and it knows that the speed limit on this street is 35 miles an hour. It's not going to let you go over 45. That's just the way it's going to be. It's like a governor on the car. I don't know with municipalities that's necessarily a bad thing because you kind of want to set the example. Here's where I think the problem becomes. I think that if people were going to be really honest, there's a large portion of budgets that come from ticket writing of all kinds. I do believe at the state level and at the local municipality level, there is a budget line where we know on a given year that this many tickets are written for speeding, and these are the fines, and this is what we get off.
Don't they have to write so many tickets a day in some states?
I think that's against the law. I think the Supreme Court made that a law that you can't. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
somebody can look that up. I don't want to sound like I'm not an expert on any of this, but I would say that I'm pretty sure there's a budget line in there from penalties, right, that people pay. So I don't see that this technology is going to get into everybody's thing. But you got a kid driving.
Right.
Would you want your niece or nephew behind the wheel of a car someday and know that they can't go 90 miles an hour? My buddy and I used to take his car down to the flats before school and open that motherfucker up to 110 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been doing that since I was 16, 17 years old.
I think I may have hit 85 once.
I love okay. This is my point. So I love going fast. I have loved going fast my whole life. I don't like
was
going.
this on a back road?
Yeah, of course it was.
Because when you're on the throughway, it's different.
No,
you don't realize how fast you're going.
Right.
On a back road, though, you know you're doing like 100.
Of course, you go over the hill, your stomach would drop because the car would actually go airborne.
Just the good old boys.
It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. Unsafe.
Yeah.
We could have killed somebody.
Did you have your seatbelt on?
We could have killed somebody. But there's the other thing. They've made seatbelt, click it or ticket a law. Again, a lot of people, you can't even drive your car now. It'll drive you half fucking nuts.
I can't.
Okay.
I have to get out to get my mail.
So
at the end of the driveway, it sucks. I got to put my seatbelt on just to drive down the driveway because it'll beep, 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 beep.
Now, when it comes to this technology that's basically a governor, right? And it's with technology, I'm sure it could go wrong. If you're smart, you could override it. But I'm not totally opposed to the idea. That's why I bring up a kid. Like I go, well, not so sure because I got clocked. I held the land speed record.
Oh, wow.
In my neighborhood.
Look at you racing, Randy.
My dad had the poor man's Ferrari. It was the Fiero. I don't know that my dad was having a midlife crisis, and I know he listens to this podcast.
Is that the one someone defecated in?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is not, you had a wife and 3 kids, and you were a 2-car family. You had a job, but you bought a 2-seater. You bought a 2-seater. So I loved that car because it was the closest thing to a sports car.
Right.
So I took it to work one day, and I worked in Kingston, which was on the other side of the Hudson River. And I had to go down, and I threw in my Rolling Stones Hot Rocks cassette. That's how long we're going back.
I had one of those,
and
too.
I'm blasting, like, Painted Black or something that's on there.
Mother's Little Helper.
And I am freaking flying, and I see... I just got on this road, and I'm going up to the Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge. And I was doing close to 90, and I see the lights light me up. I for a moment, and more than a moment, I thought, what if I just throw my 50 cents and fucking fly over the bridge? They'll never catch me. I can outrun this guy. I'll go down River Road. I had it all mapped out in my head where I was going to go, back roads. I was going to try to lose these guys. And then I thought, fuck. So I pulled over, and I got a ticket for going 85. And I think I was going faster than that, but I got 85, which at the time was 30 miles over the speed limit. Maybe.
They could bring you to jail for that. They could bring you to jail.
Okay, so this is my okay. Just follow me on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I went home, and my father, any tickets, anything, and I said no, and then the guilt just got to me after a couple of days. I came forward, I go, I got a ticket, and it cost me, I don't know, like $200. Of course, then word gets out that I had this, and I held the neighborhood land speed record, at least for getting caught. But I had done 100.
I have documentation.
But we
$200
had a Delta 88, and we did on these back roads at least 100 to 110 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had...
And what happened? Nothing.
Well, granted.
Nothing.
I understand. I'm not...
You weren't drunk driving. You were just out having a good time.
You were a stupid child who could have hit a fucking school bus.
You could have.
Can't stop. We didn't. I understand that. Look, Danny, I have done all kinds of stuff. I'm
still here.
I drove my car on the Taconic State Parkway up next to another car as my buddy leaned out. It was an old man in a hat, and he was going real slow. Leaned out. I got as close as you could get without bumping him. He leans out the passenger window, knocks on the guy's driver's side window. When the man turns, he flips him off, and we speed off.
Just the good old boys.
That's the kind of shit we did. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's all. Everything I'm telling you is absolutely true. I raced a girl when she went that there was a portion you could go the Taconic State Parkway or you could do the back roads. The back roads had trees that were not 15 feet away from the side of the road. They were, if I go back there now, I call them cart paths. That's what the roads look like. I grew up in basically, as my brother will say, Appalachia. I raced this girl. She got on the Taconic State Parkway where you could go 55 miles an hour. I went on the cart paths. I was in her driveway, out of my car, and leaning against it when she pulled up to her house.
You had the Bill Moran pose.
Yeah. Oh, I did. I was so proud of myself. And she goes, oh, my God. At any moment, someone could have been checking their mail. Anybody could have been killed. I'm just saying that I always have said, and people make fun of me, young men in cars are dangerous. And they'll always go, oh, it's such a... Well, look at the insurance rates. I got young men that are my sons. Their insurance rates are outrageous. There's statistically a reason why.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Emu.
People have Live 360 where you can see how fast your kid is going in the car all the time. It is your job as the parent to keep them alive. This technology, I'm not so opposed. Here's where I would be okay with it, and I'm serious. And I think they're maybe proposing this in New York State because I'm not one. I don't want you to tell me how fast I can go or can't go in the car.
I'm an adult.
Right? I'm an adult. The problem with a lot of modern cars is, like you said, when you're on the thruway, you don't know how fast you're going. But these cars are so well built. They're so comfortable. We've got all the amenities. We have cars now with massage seats.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's more dangerous, I think, than driving 90.
But you can get your ass massaged
feels so good.
right on the bottom. You're literally your ass is massaged on a heated seat, and you're doing 90. It's not uncommon. I mean, it's not an uncommon thing. But if you are a chronic speeder, if you had a number of tickets, I almost think as a punishment, you got to get this technology in your car.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a car that isn't compatible with the technology, there's got to be some kind of license revocation or something for a little while. Because you're going to kill somebody. These roads aren't built, as much as I'm telling you what I did as a child, they're not built for that.
It sets up a slippery slope, though.
I know, but how?
But that's
when we do it with DWI.
Give the devil an inch, and he'll take like 17 freaking miles.
But it's not a right. It's not a right. It's a privilege.
I understand that, but once you have that privilege, you have rights within the privilege.
But let you or Beth be the victim of some reckless driver. Guys,
but that's a hard case, and hard cases make bad law.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, the technology's there.
To me, like, I think seatbelts are overreach.
Well,
if you don't want to wear a seatbelt, if you want to die, knock yourself out.
If I'm in a car that doesn't, this is really terrible, but if I was in an older car and it doesn't go ding, 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 like crazy, I'm not.
My father never wore a seatbelt.
I wouldn't put the seatbelt on.
My father hated it. We grew up in a different generation back then,
man.
And
at the same time, though, look, you get it. If you've seen anybody hit by 20 miles an hour or whatever, Jimmy Z is calling me. I'm going to need to decline that.
Just a great American.
Yeah. And now he just knocked us off our
cameras.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll go live again.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
Well, all I'm just saying
you
is
want to protect.
I get it, and I understand the technology, and it's one of these things where I'm very torn on it because I know what I did, and I know what I survived. I also have friends who did not survive. I have a lot of friends. I have friends who did not. I have friends who were doing 110 on a motorcycle through the middle of the town, lost it, and died. You know, I'm not. I go ahead. What's smart?
Well, no, because I'm wondering if, like, do you believe that you should be able to earn those privileges? I have my privilege to go 110. I have my privilege. Well, you can't.
No, I don't, because I don't think that nobody's as good as they think they are.
No, of course
nobody's
not
as good as they think they are. There are guys who are professional drivers who do this for a living. They probably can handle it, but these roads aren't built for that, and it's not fair to the mom or the dad that's running out to get milk at 9 o'clock at night to have you come 110 over a hill and cross the double yellow line because all of a sudden you lost it for a second, and had that car not been there, no one would know, but now you took them out in either life-altering accident or killed them. That doesn't seem right. Now, we have punishment for that. We have vehicular manslaughter, all kinds of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Negligent homicide. So maybe we have it covered and we're okay, but at the same time, is part of the punishment then you got to get the governor on so you're not doing 110. And I would say, you know, I almost, if I could keep my kids safer by putting that on there, maybe I would. I don't know.
How about this? Let's we have a compromise. Can we have the option, right? I'm going to keep my kids safe. So I'm going to put this on the car.
Yes,
have a government program, free of charge. We will governor your kid's car.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't affect me.
Right.
Because, and look, if I get caught speeding, I get a ticket. All right?
Right.
Okay, it's that simple. I've been driving for a while. Am I the greatest driver in the world? I don't think so. Nobody's as good as they think they are.
No, nobody is.
All right? But at the same time, I should have the right to, like, be able to
well, look, your insurance rate goes down.
Yeah.
Don't we see, like, good driving from Progressive and these types of things? Yes. So there is incentive for you to do well in private business. I'm just saying that, and I don't see this coming because I do think municipalities get money from speeding tickets. So I don't think they're encouraging you to speed, but I think that they are going to want this in there because and 10 miles over, by the way, is still a speeding ticket.
Yes.
But
1 mile over actually is technically speeding.
Right. So a lot of times
they give you a buffer of like 10 miles.
Don't we? Yes.
Or 11 miles, whatever it is.
But it's quicker to stop at 45 and a 35 than it is to stop from 65 and a 35.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Like
and
yesterday, West Henrietta Road. Or Jefferson Road. I'm going down. I see the yellow light 100 yards away. Slow down.
Yes.
What does everybody do beside me? Why did I slow down? I don't need another ticket. Okay.
Yeah. Look, and they're expensive. So maybe I'm just asking the question, and I'm saying that I could see it as, you know, so many speeding tickets within a certain amount of time, we put this on.
Okay.
I can see that as a punishment.
Okay. Fair.
But I don't want it on. I don't want it as much as I'm saying I'm giving you all the reasons. As an option, if you want it on there, you can have it. I don't want it mandatory. I don't think that's right.
No, that's not right. Now, the option, though, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. You want to protect your kids?
Right.
Knock yourself out.
So then we would come to this.
We'll come to that
because
conclusion.
at first I thought, look at California and another dumb law. And then I had to really think about it. I go, wait a second, man. You were a kid. You did 110. And we used to call it the Brown Bomber. We would open that up. We'd play the Doors, Roadhouse Blues. and we'd be fucking, me and my friend Flame Braid, we'd be flying like idiots. Idiots.
Oh, my father used to do it all the time. He said.
I know, but
my father thought I was going to race a truck once in his brand new truck, and he pulled me over. And,
right.
You know,
because he doesn't want that.
Yeah, of course.
and probably thought
you don't know what it's like to be side by side. I used to race people. Not my father. I know what I'm doing.
Yes. Being side by side it can be very scary if you look over. You can't think about that at all. You got to keep your eyes straight on. There's a thrill, like even side by side in like drag racing, where there's like a lane and there's a buffer in between you. You know, somebody loses it. It can be some stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I can't really watch drag racing so much. I could get a little bored with it just in my attention span.
Yeah.
But if I'm behind the wheel of that's
different.
And I did it this past year with Steve Mills and his son, Josh Mills Racing. It was a thrill. A thrill. I mean, you get those things up, 120, 110 miles an hour for a quarter mile. God damn, is that something?
Wasn't there a commercial about 15 years ago? Guys,
but that's built for it, by the way.
Guys side by side with another guy, and he's with his girlfriend or his wife in the car, and they start revving the engines, and he tells his wife, all right, you know what to do. She's like, what? She gets out of the car, she goes between the cars and waves a hanky.
Yeah.
And then they both go, did you ever have the hanky girl? Like when you were racing cars?
No.
That would have been the cherry on top.
I think they did. Well, that always seemed very American graffiti, right? That sort of thing. It would be interesting to get Lou Graham. Because Rev on the Red Line is about...
That's what it's about.
Is about racing on Lake Avenue. Well, the Farner song, Rev on the Red Line. It's about racing on Lake Avenue in Rochester, and I'm sure they had the hanky girl or somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
That's it. All right. Well, look out. Government's coming for you. They're going to start putting speed regulators on it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's too much money at risk here.
Yeah. Isn't that a shame? Yeah, we're making too much money on speeding tickets, guys.
I just do. I just think that there's a line, a budget line that they need to have from tickets.
We're making too much money screwing people. We're going to screw them more and give them less money?
Here's a song about going to jail.
Yeah, it is.
Tennessee plates, stealing Elvis's cars. All right, for Dan Barillo, who's rooting for the Ravens.
Rooting for the Ravens.
I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.